Examples of good breakfast could be a grilled cheese with a low carb bread. There are breads with the make Grenza method. I have here in the bag, but I don't know if you can read that. But it's Grenza method. This one, this yellow one, usually is the one of the lowest in carbohydrates that you could buy, and it's very easy to find in any supermarket. The Weight Watchers one is also low in carbs. So those are breads that you can use in the morning. Usually works very well. But not all the grains and method will have the same effect. It's just this one, or there's another one that is red that also can help you with your blood sugars. Another breakfast that you can have some eggs and toast with some strawberries, let's say. If you add milk, be mindful of milk. Milk has 12 grams of carbohydrates per cup. So just be mindful, it could increase your blood sugars. And in the mornings, because we need to be stricter, we probably sometimes we need to drink that milk after in a snack. Or we have no fruits but milk. Just try to have your 15 to 30 grams of carbohydrates. We never know if you need 15 or 30. It depends on every person. So more or less you will find what's the best for you. So for example, another breakfast that you can have is some cheese bread. I gave you the recipe in the guide, or this is cheese bread with almond flour. Another food that you can eat is oats. Something that I love is oats with some almond milk. Almond milk is the unsweetened one is very low in carbs, just like 1 gram of carbs in a cup. So almond milk with oats and some nuts and strawberries, I love that. Eat eggs in the morning, eat cheese in the morning. It will give you protein, and you can mix them, you can use them with vegetables. So for example, some omelette with eggs and some kind of vegetables. I love it with tomatoes and onions and mushrooms. That would be really good in the morning. So things that you can eat in the morning are those. Try to avoid cereals and white bread and juices. If you want a juice, something drinkable, you can have a smoothie with real fruits, strawberries, with you can add nuts for protein, and almond milk or cow's milk too, and you have your smoothie. If you want to taste the sweet of it, you could have some erythritol or stevia added to it. Erythritol tastes, I think for me, it tastes very similar to sugar. So you can have some erythritol. Stevia has some aftertaste, but usually in recipes work better according to what I think. For lunch and supper, I think it's easier because you need to go follow just the Canadian food guide. So you have half of your plate, you have vegetables, either salad or cooked vegetables, doesn't matter which, you can choose. And then you have your meat, a good amount of meat with good protein, and a card of your plate should be some source of carbohydrates, some cereal, some whole grain cereal, some quinoa. For those that eat plantain, banana plantain, or yuca, or try to avoid that too, or try to reduce the amount that you eat. Okay. So the key is to have this half a plate of vegetables, a card of cereals, a card of some source of protein. The same thing you can do with, for example, some sweet potatoes or some sweet potatoes with a big salad that has chicken and some vinegar and some chia seeds and some olive oil. Or you could add some chickpeas to it. Or you can drink like a squash soup, a cream squash soup, and you could have it with a piece of chicken to the side and some salad. That could be a good dinner or supper or lunch or supper. You can also have, for example, a spaghetti, but small, not too many spaghettis. Like whole wheat spaghettis or other kind of spaghettis that are low carb, and you can put some vegetables, a lot of vegetables and meat, and a lot of this very healthy sauce made out of vegetables. For example, if you eat those that are very low in carbs, like shirataki, that are made out of tofu, or konjac, that are very low in carb, you could add some carbs to it. For example, this to the sauce you can add carrots, butternut squash. To the rest you can add some chickpeas, for example, and your meat and your chia and your oil, so it slows down the passage of those carbs. You can have also some lentils with a piece of meat, any kind, and your salads. Always salad, vegetables, some broccoli, cooked broccoli. You know broccoli, how it's good when you cook it in high heat. You put some oil. You can put onions if you want, and the broccoli. Frozen broccoli works very well for that. Put it in high for around 3 minutes. It's done. Delicious, just like that. So we usually put it in medium or low, and it loses more nutrients, and it's more like soft, and it's less good. You cook it in high, all the vegetables. They are really good. I discovered that very recently, in fact, and I love it. So you can do your vegetables like that. A lot of vegetables to give your fiber, your nutrients, your a lot of little nutrients that will make also a space to be absorbed, so carbohydrates don't go that fast. You can make your own pizza. Look at there are some pizzas made out of zucchini that have less carbs, like let's say 20 grams of carbs, and you can put a lot of vegetables and meat and good things inside on top if you want. So those are examples of meals that you can have. Snacks, there's a list in the guide that I gave you, but try to have your snacks. If you have some kind of like high carb snack, like a fruit very high in carb, try to always mix them with some source of protein. So usually nuts or cheese. Usually goes together for some reason at the snack time, but you can eat with eggs or whatever you want, some source of protein, so it slows down the passage